On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch.
Pause.
It's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch.
Pause.
And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch.
Pause.
Because that's what living is.
I don't know if I... had to clear my throat. Sorry, guys.
I bet you I saw the way.
What's up, folks? It's the Any Given Sunday podcast. This is round one of the fantasy football playoffs in our fantasy league and probably your fantasy football league too. I'm your boy Rebel Scum coming at you with the pod squad tonight. We got a special guest in the house. Let's introduce the guest first and hit the pod squad before we get on with the rest of the games. Rudy, welcome back. Back-to-back weeks. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me, Scum. Reporting live from Long Beach, coming home from the VA hospital. Feeling good, feeling great. Quarterfinal win. Let's get it. House of Rudy.
Cheers to that. Welcome home.
Rudy's home. Rudy's home.
Rudy.
Welcome home, Rudy. Welcome home. And what a way to be back home, dropping 179.5 points. We'll get into that more later. Let's hear from the defending champs, still rolling on in the playoffs, surviving. What a crazy way to take it, but you did. Welcome back, NJC.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Nick. Happy holidays. Happy to still be here. Whether it's an inch or a mile, a win is a win. So good to see you guys back here. We got some fresh news hot off the press. Jackson had to enter the junior high transfer portal and decided to choose Transfiguration School. So he will be finishing his junior high experience at Transfig. So new announcement today. Good job, Jax.
Welcome to the Brotherhood, Jax. Go Eagles.
Let's go. And funny thing, Eagles is like his parallel favorite team. He likes the Eagles and the Rams. So that's dope.
Second. What up, Quan? Welcome back. Microphone is sounding great. We're glad to see you here.
Thank you, sir. Quan, coming off the well-fortunate bye week, watching some heartbreaking, super performances and high scores this week. Thank God. Thank the fantasy gods for the much appreciated bye week and my team staying healthy this week. Father, but I want to give a shout out to my youngest, my wonderful daughter who had her first gymnastics competition after preparing for this meet for 2 years straight. In her first competition, being the youngest on her team and in the event to compete, was able to medal in the overall round. But congratulations to her out of 60 plus girls, all age limits above her. She finished 9th overall, took 6th overall in the floor exercise, and 8th overall in the bars routine. And it's just getting better from there. I'm super proud of her as she, my pocketbook continues to pay for her success as well as her hard efforts.
Congrats. Cheers to
Yeah,
that.
JoJo Feeney.
Good job, JoJo.
Looking forward to the revenge matchup against Rudy, my Monday division mate. Rudy, they tried to say our division stunk, Rudy, but here we are in the Final Four, man. See you soon, Rudy. Love, respect, community, and the dollars too, Quan.
Numbers don't lie.
That's right. You had the benefit of You had the benefit of a bye week, Quan, as did our next podcast host, the Commissioner, Siebert Frog. Welcome back. Enjoy your bye week or what?
Well, great bye week. Got to hang out with the host. Had some good times. Clear eyes, full hearts. 3 torn ACLs now. 180 bye week points. Let the semifinals begin. Malik Neighbors, Tucker Kraft, Patrick Mahomes. I'll put my roster injuries up against any other franchise in the league this season. 3 starting players lost to season-ending injuries. A little pat on the frog back to survive that and still make the Final Four. Congrats to our frat brother. I'll call him Reggie, whose son, Little Reg, the first of the next generation, the first of the mid-tees. He'll be graduating from Loyola High School this year. Want to congratulate him on his early acceptance to Dartmouth, continuing the Ivy League tradition that his father started. Yo.
Cheers to that.
This is a wonderful evening of celebration for all of us. We all had great weeks this week. For a few of us, for a couple of us, it'll continue, and for most of us, it'll end next week.
All right.
We'll get to that. We'll get to those. But yeah, let's roll into the top 3.
All right. NJC's top 3. The absolute massacre of week 15. Welcome to the segment that doesn't just review the week, it issues psychological damage reports. If you're still standing, congratulations. If you're on this list of losers, your season is now a crime scene. This week was defined by a record-breaking blowout and a humiliating revenge score. Let's get into the carnage. At number 3, the technical TKO. Oops upside your head versus NJC. Our number 3 moment is the one that proves the final score is never the final score. New Jax City originally suffered a heartbreaking 0.5 point loss at 102 to 102.5. But then the fantasy gods intervened. This was a technical justice TKO. Oops celebrated early, thinking they had secured a painful razor-thin victory. But the commissioner was forced to drop the hammer. A 6-point scoring correction was issued for Woody Marks, vaulting NJC into the lead. Sorry, Oops. Good season, much respect. We were back and forth this season. We were back and forth the whole game. I've never seen the stats go from 40 to 60 to 40 to 90 to 20. It was crazy, man. That was, for it to be a game. I'm glad it was you, bro. Good season. I'll see you in San Diego. Number 2 game of the week. The final nail. Coastal Havoc versus who's coming in second. This loss is the death certificate for Coastal Havoc. Although asterisk, he had a very, very respectable second half of the back 9 of the season. He turned 0-7 to a 5-9 season. I mean, I will absolutely respect that. They scored under 100 points and lost by 16 points to a team that needed this win for playoff position. Consolation position, I should say. This isn't a loss, it's a complete shutdown. Who's coming in me didn't play a perfect game, but they didn't have to what the hell's going on here? Anyways, good win. Number 1 game. Because consolation games don't get that much love in this lineup. Number 1 moment of the week. This must be a playoff scoring record. Rudy versus the Curse, 179.5 to 136. Our number 1 moment is one of the most terrifying fantasy playoff performances I think of my time in the league. Rudy 8-6 didn't just beat the Curse. 8-5-1, they set the league on fire with 179.5 points and won by a monstrous 43.5 point margin. This is a fantasy football felony. The Curse's score of 136 is good enough to win 99% of the matchups, but Rudy simply decided that they were playing a different sport. When you drop nearly 180 points, you aren't just winning a week, you're sending a message to the entire championship bracket. Be on the look, Lou. Looks like you got a hot one next week. That's it for NJC's top 3. If you scored 136 points and still lost, you still have my respect, curse, and unfortunately, my pity. You've been listening to NJC, and I'll catch you next week for more fantasy calamity.
And we have a live plug. That was NJC's top 3, brought to you by Hooked on Phonics. You brought up the rare offensive fumble recovery touchdown, OFRTD. It's happened before, but probably never in the postseason with so much on the line. And it happened early. This happened in the morning game. Leaving the score and NJC and Oops in limbo for nearly 12 hours while CBS Sports delayed the stat processing. This sparked at least 10 inquiries from the question man himself, NJC. I find it remarkable that you've been in the league for 13 years, 13 seasons of experience, and he still had multiple questions as to how the scoring system worked. I sent him a screenshot of how it worked. Apparently that wasn't enough. I waited up late last night so that I could send it to the thread as soon as it went through. I knew it would process somewhere between 10:30 and midnight. And that's when the 6 points came through. So that it posted late, gave NJC the win, sending them back to the AGF semifinals for the 3rd straight year?
Nah.
More?
Yeah. Probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
We need a fact check on that. Semifinals in a row.
I've been to the playoffs since
Well, I've been to
Ezekiel
2 in the
Elliott's-
last 5 years.
Ezekiel Elliott's rookie year. Every year since Ezekiel Elliott's rookie year. So you count them.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll fact check that for next week.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's bullshit. Let's get into covering this week's action with some of the real regular season matchups that mattered, starting with Rudy and the Curse. Oh my goodness, Rudy, 179.5 points it took to take out the Curse. A team that most of us in the league, if our lives depended on it, would have probably put in the top 3, if not the final team to finish somewhere in the ballpark at the point of the draft. And you bounced them. It took 179.5 points, but that was coming off the high score from last week. So, Rudy, talk to us about it.
Look, anytime you're going up against the Curse, it's you better bring a lunch. That's just how it is. You just got to outscore them. With Josh Allen at the helm for him, as it's been ever since he's been in the league. That's all it's been with. You got to outscore him, and lo and behold, it took me 2 hours before kickoff on Thursday night to pick up Kyle Pitts right there, just sitting there looking at you with that 8.5 average, questionable, but hey, the writing was in the numbers. He had the best number of targets for the last 3 weeks, and it just wasn't getting the touchdown. So, and plus 2, he still has the stink of Kyle Pitts and the lack of touchdowns that he has. So I'd rather go with the positive intangibles with him rather than go with Strange. So, and the next thing you know it, and Thursday night was magical. It was like watching the first Disney movie or something.
11 catches, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns, 44 fantasy points for Kyle.
It was just reception after reception after reception. I said, wait a minute, did I put in a phone call upstairs or something? I couldn't believe it.
I believe it was the best tight end performance since Shannon Sharp, the great Uncle Shannon, since 1996. Best single game tight end performance. Hell of a breakout. for the long-awaited breakout of Kyle Pitts, who has been a pretty much who has been a projected stud for far too long, and has finally lived up to it.
He was
Congrats,
Mr. Irrelevant pick.
Rudy, that he was on
Yeah.
your team and started at that moment.
I kept thinking to myself, I said, "Damn, wait a minute! Oh, I got 8 more players."
Well, I think it's poetic justice that we talked about this on the pod last week. I park in downtown LA and I make it by the bouncer who apparently was asking everybody for their credit scores or something. I walk down the hallway down to the Continental Club and I stumble upon a former AGS member, a man that goes by the name of Bussy. And I looked at him in the eyes and I said, how about Kyle Pitts? And one single tear just went down his face. And apparently that was enough to end his night. He ran off and he was never to see the little carrot for the rest of the evening. Happy Hanukkah, Bussy.
He had to sit there and watch y'all cheer for Kyle Pitts. If that ain't the greatest gift that just keeps on giving, I don't know what else there is.
Santa Claus is real, Rudy.
It is so real. It is
Black
so
Santa.
real.
Brock Purdy torched the Titans, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, 34 points. And the reason I bring that up is because regardless of how things have gone, that's what I was waiting for. Semifinals, week 1 of the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes' juicy matchup against the Tennessee Titans. And look what Brock Purdy just did to him. And as the fantasy gods would have it, on the last 5 minutes of the game, they ripped Patrick Mahomes' knee apart, and I will not have the luxury of starting him against the Titans.
It was going to be so much ass on that damn field for Patrick to have, but and
Yeah. It's going to be a different Chiefs this week.
Gonna be a different Chiefs.
I think
It's gonna be
that
a different Chiefs for a year and a half.
I think that officially sent Travis Kelce into retirement. Farewell. You will be remembered and forever honored in the Quan Hall of Fame.
The end of at least the first half, if there could be more in the future, but the official end to the current Chiefs dynasty. They will not be advancing to the postseason this year.
A stat read that
Praise
this
God.
is the first time since 2014 they haven't made it to the postseason. That's crazy.
That was
Great.
2012.
Who cares? Long time.
All right.
Get him out of here. That was a great stat, though, that you pulled earlier, Quan, about the tight ends. That's remarkable. And it wasn't just, I mean, Kyle Pitts had the best performance on your squad, Rudy, but Coop mentioned it earlier with Brock Purdy. Kyron Williams, another solid performance. Nico Collins coming back.
Everybody picked up. Yeah, everybody.
Nico, second play of the game.
Nico,
right?
hey,
You're coming off of Kyle Pitts, and then 2 plays into the 10 a.m. game Sunday morning, Nico Collins, 57-yard touchdown, second play. 12
you and
seconds.
I are like this.
I immediately like CJ Stroud.
Thank you. Thank you. Fascinating stuff. That was incredible. I wanted to talk about your matchup coming up this week with Rudy. Quan, maybe you can lead us into this. You had a nice bye week. We saw the massage. You looked like you were, well, pause. We didn't see the massage. We saw.
Pause.
Just forget about it. You look like you're having
Grow
a
up,
relaxing
guys. Grow up, guys.
Hey, you
Some
know
of us are
what?
professionals here.
You know what? It was good. You know, spending my Sunday afternoon just relaxing. I guess there were football games on. I don't know. I was sitting back, getting a nice pedicure by the good nail shop, the good Vietnamese ladies there. They were taking care of the Quan's feet.
I hope you tipped. I saw those toes. I hope you fucking tipped.
And you know what? I was predicting this, not predicting, looking forward to hopefully Rudy winning so I can get my revenge for the only loss that the Quan has suffered this year. And glad Rudy got all of those high scores out. We'll see how much magic Rudy has left. 2 weeks in a row, he's been able to add waiver wire pickups that have been high scores for the week. So we'll see if the magic continues. Hopefully, actually, no knock on wood. Take that back. As he face the number 1 overall seed, the Quan. So it'll be our 3rd matchup this season. And thank God we're coming into this matchup healthy. Last time we faced each other, Amon-Ra St. Brown was pretty much a decoy. There was no Kyle Pitts. And my defense and kicker pretty much stunk. So we'll see how it goes next week.
I'm starting to understand why you get so mad at the word pause, Quan. You just have nothing but pause-worthy comments just falling and spilling out your mouth, bro. And I get it.
Pause.
Wood, face to face. Bro, you love it.
You guys are
You guys are
ridiculous.
so immature. Bro, I've heard
12-year-olds.
that's what she said in a C-suite level meeting at a Fortune 100 bank. So we're never too old for a good pause or
I think pause is far worse than that's what she said. Because
in an HR rich environment,
when you're saying pause 5 or 6 times in your statement, I mean that's taking over the language. That's pretty worrying. That's pretty sickening.
Well, we live in a world where 2 men can't sit down and have a decent meal with each other anymore. So you got to say pause when it happens. That's just the reality of the times. Please,
They're saying pause again, honey.
All right, I'm back.
What are your thoughts on oops?
Sorry about that, fellas.
Last minute Isaiah Likely swap. What was that? Was he trying to get some of that Kyle Pitts magic? Ultimately, it doesn't change the final outcome. Johnson, who he swapped out, only put up 5 points, so he would have lost.
Man, it hurts when you make the wrong decision. Man, that is tough. But to his defense, like I do a lot for a lot of people who make bad starts, the analysts, that the Cincinnati Bengals have been the worst team, the best matchup for tight ends all season, and I guess he thought he was going to capitalize on that. Isaiah Likely had, I think, a pretty good game before too as well. So
I'm sure he wanted to offset some of Lamar in the event he threw touchdowns. He was trying to. I get
but
it.
Very well
donut a donut is that's tough. It hurts, especially when you only lose by 4 points. He also he sat somebody too that would have won him the game as well. Troy Franklin
had 18 points on his bench.
To start who
Devin Neal.
Yeah, Devin Neal.
Who pulled up with I think he pulled up with a hammy or something.
Those hurt, and we've all been there before. I've done it in championships, so I know how that feels, man. So, but good, great game, NJC. Glad you're advancing. If we could get a running back if we can run it back for the last 2 years, that would be nice too. So,
cheers to that, because that means I beat the Frog, and that has me sweating at night. Pause.
The Frog to me is honestly, I mean, he posed a question to me, but the Frog is the hottest team in the league right now.
Dude,
my team won a lot of games, but the Frog has outscored everyone.
Dude,
for weeks and weeks in a row.
He put up 180 points with his feet.
All right,
up.
before we go further down the glaze fest of Siebert Frogs over here, I just want to point.
I was enjoying that, Scum. I wanted to go longer.
There'll be more. I'm sure there'll be more. I can see them. They're waiting to give you more. No pause. I just wanted to say that I've never heard you defend another owner's poor lineup decisions more than you just did. And is it because do you feel any guilt or any remorse?
He had so much data and he knew the matchups. I'm like, did you recommend that move?
First of all, the Quan analyzes players across the board. and that is a false statement. I have defended bad starts for owners many times, and not just my cousin, because I know what it's like. I know that this game is a tough game. I know what it's like to sit there and stare at your at two players trying to pick a 50-50 chance and end up making the wrong one, and then you got to hear it from you assholes as a choke move. But it's tough, and I know that he probably really wanted to advance in the playoffs, and there's no better guy than the oops, man. But yeah, that Isaiah Likely, I would have probably, if I had no tie, if I was looking for a tight end off waivers, I probably would have been looking at Isaiah Likely too. So,
Well, yeah, he did have a couple injuries there during the game. Devontae Adams might have made a difference if he finished the entire game. We'll never know. That's just how it goes. The defending champ gets to roll on and face. Okay, now let the Glaze Fest continue. Frog, you can just lean back, close your eyes, whatever position you like. There you go.
I'm done with the Glaze. You know, NJC. Once you put the spotlight on it, it stops.
Hey, Scum, that's a good point though. Devontae Adams got hurt, left the game early with 9. I think that running back you guys mentioned, Neal, I think he also got hurt. Left the game early. So there's a lot that happened. The first time all of the Tampa Bay Bucks offensive weapons were on the field together for the first time all season. So Ibuka kind of took a back seat with Evans back. Even Rudy had that, but he had Evans and Godwin, trying to figure out who's going to put the most points up there. So that's fantasy, man. It's tough. It's tough to get a perfect lineup. And that's the other thing, man. It's crazy. That's the most points I've scored all season in a game, and in a time when I wasn't playing a team. That's how it works, right? So don't expect to see 180 points next week, man. We're going to fight our best. We're going to do what we can. I'm going up, obviously, against a guy who's been here apparently 7 years in a row, so he's got a lot of experience. I'm just trying
ever
to keep up
since
here.
Ezekiel Elliott's rookie season, 25 years ago.
Okay. Ezekiel Elliott got drafted in 2016.
I've been to the semifinals every year since 2012.
Hey, I didn't say I went to the Super Bowl 7 years in a row. I said I've been in the playoffs.
No,
So-
I said semifinals.
No, you said semifinal game 7 years in a row, not playoffs. You said semifinal game.
Okay. Well,
Would you like to
Next-
retract?
we
have the data.
I answered playoffs, semifinals.
The question was
Hey,
semifinals.
I think you're right on the playoffs.
But
Yeah, I will
you
give
know,
you
I would
playoffs.
call it.
Yeah.
I would call it 4 or 5 in a row.
And if you get a couple of buys, then you automatically.
we for sure 2 in a row. I don't know about
It's three in a row, for sure.
Well, think of- Well, let's see.
Well,
It's
this,
3 in a row.
so
This
I don't
is
know
the
about
third
win in
fourth
2020.
because this is a third. I don't know about
I
fourth.
win in
in a- the year I
so
won
tw-
it,
You won and win.
2021.
So I
3
won
years ago.
2020.
Mhm.
2021.
no, Sugan won before me, so I won 2022.
Sugan
Okay.
was 2019.
So I won in 2020. Sugan beat me in 2021. So that's 2
For
years
our
in a
audience, this is the classic game of AGS guessing game.
Yeah, I
Quan-
believe they got it wrong.
row. Quan, I think the year you won, I think I got 3rd place.
No, I got 3rd place.
That's right.
Hey, we have a
Well,
historian on the call.
we'll
We
go.
will run the data and we will announce it next week.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Blitz?
you. We're
We're talking
but
about
yes,
we're talking about Coop, me and Coop's matchup next week.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Just one more thing, if I could say, 180 points again, maybe not, but Frogs has been sitting around 125, 30, 40. That seems to be the average there. I didn't run the numbers, obviously, so it will be a challenge, but to beat the champ, you got to knock him out. So there you go. There
Yep.
it is.
It's always a good matchup with Coop. Always a good matchup with Quan. So, always a good matchup with Curse. So, anybody, from this point on, it's an honor to be in the game with them. So, at this point, the fantasy gods have to speak. Everybody here at this point forward is good at what they do, great at what they do. So, It's just points against points. That's all it is.
I hear you, NJC. And with that, we welcome Coop to the Final Four, who hasn't been here for quite some time. Welcome back. And we will see you in the matchups.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
see,
You know what? You know
See,
what's crazy?
I
Coop?
like how.
My bad, Rudy.
See, I like how the shit talking goes into a championship mode where I shut the fuck up.
Nah, man, you got a loud voice. You got a loud voice this year, bro.
Hey, I was about to go chime in, and then it was like, yeah, you ain't got shit.
Nah, man. Nah. My last thing before
Yeah.
we shift into Quan and Rudy, I wanted to say is I think it's the perfect week, the perfect matchup for Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua to go head to head in a game. So it's gonna be dope. It's a good week.
It is. The loss of Devontae Adams makes, people have predicted that Puka could go into God mode. But he's playing it. They're going heads up, and they're playing a very strong Seattle Seahawks defense. So NFC West, potential title on the line. There's a lot of storylines.
Is that sorry to interrupt, Coop? Is that is that game in Seattle?
In Seattle, Thursday night
12.
football.
Loudest stadium in the league.
It's gonna be squishy too up there. I believe they're having their next atmospheric river hit sometime right now.
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good week, man. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm contemplating going into blackout mode. I don't know what kind of week it's gonna be, man. We've got some organizational conversations to have. We had some injuries. We have some uncertainty. I'll let you guys slurp together. I'm gonna be over here in the hole.
Yeah, while you're in that hole, NJC, I want you to overthink. I love when you overthink. Overthink every single position. Just think about it.
I don't
Options,
know, man.
waiver wire. Think, double, triple, overthink.
Nah.
Yeah,
This is a
know,
different
I know
NJC.
you.
This is an
no, it's the
NJC of
same
old.
When's the score going to change? So what's going to happen? Are you guys going to give it to me? He scored. Jesus, Henry Price, popcorn fingers.
Yeah, but
Same old
lay it
NJC.
on. I'm
Overthink.
Well,
CJ smells good. I smell it.
CJ Stroud and the Texans do play the Raiders next week, so there is one nice matchup for you. You're gonna have to say goodbye to Lamar.
Yeah, bench
Will
Lamar.
he?
To Furious soundtrack.
Yeah,
decisions.
We'll see.
Chubbs, what should I do, Chubbs? I need some help here. Analytic advice, please. Jackson, what should I do, GM?
Hey, you gotta tap all the resources, man. I'm gonna shake a tree and see what happens, what falls out.
Pussy, come over. I need to rub the good luck belly.
Oh man. Yo, hey, no cap.
The Buddha.
I really thought that was him in that picture next to me, bro. Like I looked at it and I was like,
I thought it was him too.
Dude, it was
like,
weird.
oh, Boo was there. All right.
The mythical disappearing Boo.
Dude, you know what? I'd be willing to throw my hat in the pot and say that this has been one of the best seasons, like from all types of perspectives. I'm gonna put this season up there as one of the best seasons in AGS history.
Had it all.
Because all you guys are winning.
No, I'm talking about. It had nothing to do
I
with
agree. This is one of the best.
Me versus Quan for the third year in a row.
It was a movie. Think about it.
I'm sure it's great for all you guys.
From draft until now, it's been a movie, man. So
Rudy coming back, ruining the perfect season, back-to-back high scores.
He started the season on the oxygen tank at the draft, and now he's fucking went away from the Super Bowl. Come on, Rudy.
Saying, bro. Like, tell me a better season. Tell me a better season than this.
I almost took off of that oxygen tank. Okay.
New ownership groups, the rise of Oops, the calm that Coastal Havoc brought, the overconfidence of Awumi gifts, even when his team is terrible.
Hey, that one today was legendary, though.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
The middle finger, that was pretty good.
The fall of T.Ruth, a former almost dynasty, a two-time champ.
Was once a
Like I said,
was a great franchise.
The tank of the Sugandis.
dude.
And
The fall of Justin Jefferson.
season 3 of the AGS Fantasy Football Podcast. We got continuation of segments. We got the new segment that I know Quan should probably get into before we forget, because it's probably about a consolation game, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what the?
You ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
You ready for all this, Quan?
No pause.
Pause all in you.
All right, fellas, here we are for the Quans. Week, what is this, 16, 17?
Juan's pause. Week 15, brother.
Week 15, AGS Blitz. Cue the goats.
Pause.
That was pretty funny, actually. All right. We have here the Consolation Bracket Showdown. In a matchup that decided who wasn't the worst, who's coming in second, outlasted Coastal Havoc to punch a ticket to the Consolation Championship, the coveted third keeper. Havoc entered the Consolation playoffs as a favorite, but was ultimately sunk by friendly fire at the hands of his veteran ally. The running backs who powered Havoc's impressive 5-2 finish decided to take the week off, combining for a forgettable 12 points, more Coastal Breeze than Coastal Havoc. Adding insult to injury, Havoc committed a classic rookie mistake, benching Jared Goff against the league's worst pass defense. That call went from bold strategy to film room regret real quick, costed him both the matchup and the chance to cap off a memorable rookie campaign. Who's coming in second, on the other hand, stayed on brand. His running backs delivered stellar performances, carrying him across the finish, yet the victory only further validates who's coming in second's beautifully unhinged draft philosophy, hoarding backup quarterbacks, stockpiling backup running backs, drafting defenses and kickers way too early, and trading away proven studs for future picks, only to flip those picks for even more future picks. Chaos? Yes. Effective? Apparently also yes for consolation victory. With the loss, Coastal Havoc is officially Cancun bound, where mock drafts and cold drinks await. Who's coming in second advances, strategy intact, sanity questionable, momentum rolling. Congrats, Awumith, and good luck next week. May your backups continue to start. That's it for the Quans Blitz.
That was great, man. He had some great lines. I think my favorite was, and to determine who's not the worst team, who's coming in second. Man, that shit had me rolling, man.
Actually got off work early today, had some time to put that together.
I hope NJC took some notes, man. That was a smooth delivery.
Yeah,
appreciated and noticed.
Thank you, Fred.
Well done.
Thank you, Fred.
I mean, when you have a bye week, you've got plenty of time to prepare your fucking blitz.
Here we go.
No bye week
in the
next
trenches
week.
Working. We got to be in the trenches, huh? Emmett, we in the trenches.
All day, every day.
I want to hear some more of
Laying on my
this.
ass for a year.
I want to hear some more of this trash talk going on. We got rowdy here a little bit with Frogs and NJC. Quan, I mean, you did a little bit. You got a little spicy there when you were talking about Rudy and your matchup. I don't know if he's going to be able to really pull off this magic, the waiver wire. I'm seeing you sow the seeds of doubt here, but are the seeds really sown in your head? Do you feel any doubt? Are you a little nervous? 13-1, and here's the guy just 2 weeks removed, still rolling, still scoring over 130 points. Come on, Quan.
179.5 to be exact. Of course, we're nervous. Nervous with every matchup. All 13 wins in a row, I was nervous. But even more because this one is for all the marbles. no pause. And for sure, yeah, we're nervous, but our team is healthy, so I'm confident in that we're healthy. This is probably going to be the first of maybe very few weeks where my entire starters are all together, where they weren't interrupted by byes or injuries. So we're coming in full strength. That's all I can ask for, and may the best team win.
Yeah, I'll double down on that, man. Going in, winning these, obviously we have NJC and I have some experience with winning championships, and luck, major factor. Health is right up there, man. Health is paramount, which is probably, despite the points I put up lately, I mean, I'm on the opposite end. I'm not healthy. My team has not been healthy at all this year. You've got a strong squad, and coming in healthy is like gold, man, for fantasy playoffs.
Because I'm nursing injuries too, bro. Don't know if Drake London's coming back. Woody Marcus has an ankle. So yeah, health is wealth, brother.
And what's to come of this Kyle Pitts breakout? Is it a one-off, or is this it's going to be the new standard? I mean, dude, it just looked like, how in the F was this not happening for the last 4 years? Like,
Absolutely.
You could have had 4 years of this. There's no excuse. This dude, I saw this man at 6'6", catching passes and shaking and baking like a 5'2" running back with quick legs and speeds. Like, yeah, who's now?
Yeah.
I'm like, what in the get off that team? Go to a team that's going to appreciate that talent, because that performance. It's just sad that talent hasn't been tapped for the last 4 years.
It's going to be hard for him to go back to the Phoenix after a breakout game with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. It's hard to go back to that Phoenix when you've been tapped that way, huh?
But is London coming back though?
Well, I think that's a very good question, because that would be the only thing that would eat into a repeat performance from Pitts.
Put him back in the lineup. He's healthy. The knee is great.
And as long as London is out, Pitts is going to eat. And that's what
I am your conscience. Start Drake London.
All right, Jamie Foxx. Hey, listen, I'll tell you this. I can guarantee you a busted knee Drake London will give me more than 3 points than fucking Justin Jefferson.
Well, at least you didn't trade any picks
for right there. Oh,
you said what?
At least you didn't trade any picks for him.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Speaking of trash talking, you got a big battle coming up, Scum. The Consolation Championship game. Break it down for us.
Drum roll, please. Yeah, it doesn't look good for me. I have bad matchups and barely scored 90 points. Owumi, this might be his year to play all his chaos cards right. Either way, it'll be fun to have one more week of football left, and I'm gonna have to do some barrel scraping here. I'll definitely need my own waiver wire magic. Trevor Lawrence is not scoring 58 points again, certainly not against the Broncos.
I do have to ask you though, how fucking good did it feel to have a fucking 50 burger out of that fucker? And
60, damn near a 60 burger.
60 burger, 57, right? My bad. How bad?
It felt amazing. I was hoping to get at least, 8 more points from a couple other guys just to give me a little more cushion for the pushing. And I wanted that 60 burger. So close. The 60 burger would have been more meaningful in the real playoff game. But, it's the reason I won, because nobody else on my team scored. So we'll have to do some real switcherooing, and the waiver wire is already thin because rosters are locked, so that's a challenge. You're kind of set with it. So, I
think that's the performance that Quan was waiting for those years back, huh, Quan?
He cursed me forever, ever drafting a rookie quarterback, and putting him under contract again. That pretty much ruined it for me. Trevor Lawrence, thank you. I will probably never do that again. And for someone who was probably the most hyped quarterback going into the league. I thought, oh, this man is the next coming of Andrew Luck or all the greats, and was poo-pooing the rest of the league for letting them fall to me so late in the draft. Just never panned out.
What length contract do you slap on that ass?
It was a 2-year, but it is rough to have a quarterback on a contract when you only have one other. I think I drafted, I don't remember, but it just was it was tough because now I had to draft a third quarterback because I had to pick up one off waivers. But that when you draft a quarterback and they don't hit, it hurts. When you put a quarterback under contract and they don't hit.
I did that with two.
Oh wait.
Speaking of contracts and
Marcus
dropping
Mariota
fucking
was
contracts,
Mhm.
Jaden Blue will be dropped Tuesday fucking morning.
He's finally eligible.
He's finally,
A
dude. I was back
15-week
texting.
wait.
Cool. I'd like to pose a case that he's been out 8 weeks of the season. Can we just mash that together? Yes, I'm dropping that fuck dick. Yes, fucking Javante goes out and Uja Gabuga Duka gets out there and fucking Jaden Blue is just back there chilling. Fuck that shit. Get him off my team. Sorry.
That's 2 years
Yeah,
in a
man.
row. The rookie contract was dropped late in the season.
Ricky P.
You're
Yeah,
gonna pick
man.
him
He's
up,
gone.
you're gonna pick him up from the waiver wire, right?
Let's actually take a look at that waiver wire real quick.
You're
It's
gonna pick
bleak,
him up,
bro.
you're gonna start him.
It's bleak. It's actually, well, I'm gonna shut up. 'Cause
Oh wait,
even
it
though-
doesn't matter.
Even
And then you
though,
got-
even
also,
though
too-
everybody on here, well, even though everybody in the league is not going to hear this until after the waiver wire, you fuckers are, and you the fuckers who I'm gonna be seeing. So,
Well,
I'm
not
gonna shut
me
the fuck
because I'm a consolation playoff team. It doesn't matter. You guys will override any one of my picks. This happened to me last season with Isaiah Likely. I was also in the consolation bracket, I believe. I put in a waiver claim. I had a higher waiver pick, but NJC pick got him because
No, that
he was
rule's been
actually-
changed.
Oh, it got changed?
Yeah.
Well, the fuck yeah.
No,
Oh,
there's
doesn't
no
matter.
overriding.
No,
Oh,
it
well,
changed.
What do you know? I have
I've
the
always
number
felt
one
kind of
waiver wire
I-
pick this week.
Speaking of that, I've always felt kind of weird about that one. I proposed that vote, and it only passed by I think one vote. By that happening, I kind of didn't feel like, man, I would have liked for it to pass for a larger majority vote. So maybe, I don't know, Commish, if we can revisit it again, but I don't like things that are pretty, changing, pretty important to the league that doesn't get like a high majority vote. I've always felt kind of weird about that one.
I just
But-
want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying here. You want to re-vote a vote that passed because it didn't pass with enough votes?
It passed 6-4.
The reasoning for it was really to keep it's to keep, first of all, it's no confusion, because there was confusion. I think if we still had it every year, we would be calling the commissioner like, where am I on the waiver wire and who's where, it'd be, the commission would have to be doing the numbers, and then on top of it, it devalues the consolation teams that are still in it, still fighting for victory, and not their games matter, even though they didn't earn a spot in the playoffs. We don't want to take away from those consolation games, especially.
We love our Special Olympians.
Yeah,
My games matter too.
right. And there hasn't been any malicious intent, so like teams just grabbing players to ensure that someone who actually is still in it doesn't get them. I haven't seen that yet. So if something like that happens, maybe we should revisit that.
I guess, guys. Any other comments on upcoming matchups?
I got one more something to point out.
All right.
Another update on the Zay Flowers DK Metcalf comparison for the Owumith. Zay Flowers now sitting at 20th overall points year to date. DK Metcalf at 22nd overall. Zay Flowers was coming with another
So
year on
basically
his
tied?
contract. No, that's all right. Zay Flowers coming with another year on his contract. DK Metcalf more than likely cut. So just an update on that. Owumith reneging on the Quan at the draft. There you go, Owumith.
It's definitely been on all of our minds.
Petty. Mr. Petty.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I like how you brought it back full circle, Quan. Thank you for doing that. It's very poetic. Pluribus, latest episode dropped. This was the first time I actually felt some measure of sympathy or connection with Carol, other than I haven't really liked her that much, you know, but this
Sorry.
go ahead, Rudy, go ahead.
Oh no, it had nothing to do with the show. I was gonna say the show.
Oh shit. No, that's
Fine.
cool.
Oh, I was just saying that I know Kamish probably mentioned it either on a podcast or on the thread, but Welcome to Derry is fantastic. It's fantastic. It's I mean, as much as you can talk about a scary clown, I mean, Stephen King just makes it work with the backstory and how it goes in with American history, and and plus the fear and scariness that goes into a clown. So that show, I'm just enjoying it right now, especially episode 7.
Damn, that far in.
Yeah,
Two cosigns on that show.
Just had
It's scary. Is it scary?
Yeah. For
Yes. The images, the images and everything. Yeah. I don't know who does like with CGI and plus the I don't know, the makeup and however they do it. Still to get like the frightening images out like today is as if you're watching a scary movie in the 70s for the first time. So that's what it does for me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I wish I was more into horror, man. I wish, because there's a lot. It seems like most of the good content out these days is more in the horror, under the horror umbrella. And it's just not me, but that I'll tell you, dude, there's only a couple movies in my life that I can think of that scared me to my core. And it was one of them. The original It with Richard what's his name? Whatever. The dude with the mole on his face. Dude, that shit scared the shit out of me, man. So I'm good.
Any of y'all got any one movie that pretty much like did it for you?
What, scary movie?
Yeah.
Candyman was a big one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Scum? Which one was it for you?
Hellraiser 2, I saw the opening like few minutes and walked out. I was like probably 9 or 10, and that's all I saw of that movie ever. And I couldn't sleep for a month. That fucked me up. It was like somebody getting their skin ripped off.
Oh, wait, is that the one?
Oh,
Is that the one where that dude
like sadism
was in the room with that girl or something, and then there was that cube or some shit, and he cut
Pandora's box.
Yeah, and they put like
Frog, if you've never seen the Hellraiser series, you might actually really dig it, because
You never seen Hellraiser, cool?
No.
Oh,
if you ever, I think you would dig a couple of them, because the whole thing of these, they're not demons. They have a specific name. I can't remember, but their thing is like the pain is so good. It's pleasurable. It's real fucking weird, dude.
It's weird. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a lot of body horror. It's a lot of flesh.
You'd love it, Coop. No, absolutely. You'd love it, dude. That's right up your alley. Bro, you should take a look at it.
But it's not for children, and yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, I feel like I know I've told the story before, but I don't know if I told it on the pod. It was Blair Witch, man. It was late 90s. I was in Berkeley. Berkeley's right, it's nature, there's trees, there's old school theaters. This is, when we got to school, none of us had cell phones. We all had pagers and calling cards and used pay phones. I think we were one of the first people to ever get email addresses. The World Wide Web was just kind of getting started. We were all on Kazodius and Black Planet and weird social media.
Black fucking Planet, bro.
And Blair Witch's marketing was incredible. It was like perfect for the time. They would just drop these things of this hidden footage, just found footage, and we bought in, man. Particularly F. You Pay Me and I, former league member, we bought in, man. We found the website and we're like, we couldn't wait for the release. We went to an early release in Berkeley. People were running out of the theater, throwing up in the theater.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving that, man, just being shook. Like we got home and F. You Pay Me's parents' house was in El Cerrito on this cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Surrounded by bushes, man, and we ran so fast into the house. And I swear to God, you're talking about two 19-year-old men. We slept our room. We slept with the light on for a solid week straight, man.
Bro,
we were shook.
That's a good one, Coop. That's a good one. That one fucked me up.
Yeah, much later that we found out. Like we legitimately thought that was
real
footage.
I thought that shit was real too.
Yeah,
Dude,
it took like
a
a couple of weeks before it finally came out that it was it was a planned film. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a good one, Coop. That one fucked me up. I saw that shit at the City Walk, and I took 10 steps out the theater and was like, because of the way that shit was shot. That shit, that kind of first, like I get the same reaction in like first person shooter video games. Like the way the camera moves like that fucks me up. That shit was
it created a genre that got exploited afterwards.
It did. And then number two,
one,
but the sequel was a letdown. But that first one was
after that one.
Rudy, what's yours?
Well, yeah, just to see piggyback on you guys, I went to see that at Norwalk 20, and I just remember the silence. The silence.
The silence tells it all afterwards.
Yeah.
People walk around silent, right?
Never experienced anything like it. Was seeing Blair Witch, and yeah, we thought it was real until we found out it wasn't.
Yeah, that shit was.
But when we found out, we were like, "Yo, they got us! They got us!" But
that shit was freaky. Like the last couple minutes when that fucker was standing in the corner, I was shook.
Yeah.
Mine.
Real quick on the Blair Witch part, Quan, not to cut you off. We had a viewing party here this weekend. Rebel Scum, the wives, the kids. The kids were upstairs playing, and the adults watched the holiday classic Terrifier 3. And as part of like a gift giving part of the evening, I'm a supporter of my local independent theater, and I brought movie posters for everyone. And this one didn't come out because I got one for myself, and it's because that movie had such an impact on me. This is the one that I got.
Oh, so that's what you were watching? Okay.
Wow.
So
that scares me just looking at that.
Just looking at it, right? It's going to be folded up in the garage. I'm not going to be hanging it during the year, but it might.
No, you might conjure some demons you don't want to.
Right? Yeah, that's not something that you want to frame.
Actually,
I got this for NJC. NJC, look deep into it, man, because the Blair Witch hopefully will be visiting you this week. Stare into it. Think of this is your conscience.
Yeah,
Drake London is back.
Drake London, Bench Lamar.
Stand in the corner while you think about your roster.
Hey. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna put that on you, Scum. I wish there was a clean version of this pod that I could show Jax, I might just let him see it because he's going through his little preteen challenges with puberty and bullying and all that stuff. And I want him to see that when the hate comes, it's because they're scared, they're intimidated, they're worried, and how you deal with adversity. So bring it. We're going to stay humble. We're going to hear everything you have to say, and we're going to see.
I just want you to
So-
score over 100 points.
Me too. Shit. Without a glitch to kick me over it.
Quan, what was your scary movie?
So mine, I'm wondering if you guys even saw it. It was a bit of a sleeper. I think this was one of the ones that I saw at Magic Johnson Theater when we just pretty much spent the whole day at the movie theater and
In the community.
accidentally saw this as a 12-year-old, and it was Raising Cain, starring the famous B-list
John Lithgow.
actor John Lithgow.
Yeah.
And it was the first introduction to society of multiple personalities, and it scared the living crap out of me. John Lithgow had an amazing performance. I get chills thinking about that movie. Playing multiple. Yeah, he played as a grown-ass bald man, would go back and forth between a child, a scary-ass nerd man, to a woman, and was a serial killer all at the same time. And like any scary movie, to make it even cut even deeper, lived at the end to terrorize you as you would go home. And that was one of the scariest movies that I saw as a child. It haunted me. I never watched that movie again, but I remember that moment, last scene of him dressed as a woman and using that voice, and man, that did it for me. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I saw that one.
That's all.
Where's Daddy?
Daddy's not here, sweetie. He's gone away.
Daddy's here.
No, he's not. Come on, honey. We've got to get back. Come to Mommy.
All right, I
Yeah,
remember when it came out.
Oh, I mean, simple enough. It was Freddy for me. I mean, you mean to tell me that I have to watch this 2-hour movie,
Yeah.
right? 2-hour movie. Then I have to go to sleep?
Yeah, Freddie.
Please, God.
This is God.
No, Freddie, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That was
So,
scary.
Yeah, so it was that was
Hell
actually like the first couple movies I actually watched on HBO. Like we got cable. I think that was like 84. Yeah,
I
about
think
84.
every one of us in our
84.
generation has been Freddy for Halloween at one
Oh
point.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had a
Hey,
Freddy
hey,
movie.
I don't know
Oh,
which Freddie. I don't know which Freddie it was, but it was that one when old girl was in the bathtub and the fucking things came through the water, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Part 3.
Four.
Jesus.
3?
Part 3.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah,
We have a
and-
loyal listener, Victoria's Secret. I know she's smiling at this part because that is also one of her favorite scary movies. And I think both of us at some point in our relationship, we both did Freddy.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
whole
Freddy fucked me up,
story,
too.
the backstory. We watched. I stayed up
Yeah.
and watched the TV series on Channel
Yeah.
9.
the
Yup,
debut of a young Johnny Depp for just a
Yeah.
few scenes.
Whoa, wait, the
Yeah.
TV series is a deep pull, man. I forgot they
The
had a
first
TV
The
series.
first episode of that, they
Oh, you
show
did
how
have
they
the
caught
TV series.
him, and then how he came back and everything like that. Scared to death. That was like
It was like Welcome to Derry, but for Nightmare on Elm Street.
exactly.
But there was this
Like,
one-
kinda like the same.
Which
intro.
Freddy was it? There was this. It was like one of the later ones. It was a Freddy where they showed like how the dude became him. It was like he was a kid and his dad had him in the shed and was beating him and
Freddy's
shit.
dead.
Freddy's
Origin.
dead. That shit was twisted. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Yeah, that was a good.
Freddy did it for me, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what was a good one? What was that one? with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
Seven?
Seven. That was a good one. That was a
That's an
good
excellent
one.
movie. I wouldn't consider that a horror movie.
No, but
really a horror film.
no, but it was like disgusting. It was a thriller. But I mean, scary movies. I mean, I'll tell you when the fuck
you guys don't get. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna laugh at me for this one. The two things that scared the fuck out of me as a kid: Michael Jackson's Thriller and Jaws.
Jaws, I agree with Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws
I would not
had
get
me
out of the
scared in
bed.
swimming
I would
pools.
not get out of the bed. I
Straight
thought
up
the
swimming
water-
pools. There's no sharks in the swimming pool. but
Same
I-
here, Quan. Same here. Jaws spooked me from swimming pools. I was in, gosh, first grade. I don't know. There was a kid named Gerard Perry, and he had a birthday party in Inglewood, and they played Jaws, man. And I was so scared. I stayed away. I was a swimmer too, man, and I stayed away from the ocean for a long time.
Dude.
I thought sharks were going to come through the
Dude.
little holes. Oh, man.
Facts.
I was shook.
Facts. I was shook from Jaws, bro.
You
And-
guys, I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
you guys name a lot of like gore horror films, but the ones that really get me, man, are the demonic ones, man. The ones
I don't
that are
watch
like
the
true
demonic
stories.
shit.
The
I don't
Emily
watch
Rose, the
After the Poltergeist,
Exorcist, like
after
those
the
ones,
Poltergeist, and
because
all
those are
the
like true stories too. Like,
dude, after the
based on a true
Poltergeist,
story.
when all the staff, all the people in that movie who did that movie died, I didn't watch movies like that no more.
You know, there's this new one coming out. It's based on the true story of the Quan, who's made it to all these postseason games and lives with only one trophy. It's a horror story that's straight out of View Park, Baldwin Hills. Will there be another sequel? 2025.
It's called Who's
Damn.
Quaning in Second.
Damn. Damn, that was
You know
dope.
what?
Hey, real
fuck
quick,
you guys.
real quick before we pivot. Before we get away from Jaws. I watched this documentary about Jaws, and it's funny. Since a couple of you guys on the podcast were affected by Jaws, it's funny that the reason why Jaws was so successful as a scary movie was only due to the fact that the filming of the movie, the actual shark, did not work. It was a malfunctioning machine. So because it was always broken and they couldn't, it wasn't waterproof, Steven Spielberg, and what he had to do to pivot is what the Thriller was. He shot the film from an underneath perspective that you don't know what's under you. Because it never worked, he had to do it in a way that the scenes that he got to capture the shark is what it is. So the fact that he flipped it to make it seem like you never know what's under you is actually what made the movie the most scary, because the unknown is scary. So that shit is fucking crazy about how the way that
100%.
you know some shit that fuck up end up being what sells the movie.
100%, and
Wow,
the
master.
blood in the water, as well as the score, man, the musical score.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
John Williams. I mean,
Absolutely.
come on now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah,
think
we're all fans of Breaking Jaws, right? Broken Jaws,
Oh.
Breaking Jaws.
is that one of those vivid
King
entertainment
Troll.
videos?
King fucking troll here.
Not enough girth to break Jaws.
Oh,
So
my
it's a me
Lord.
problem.
Yeah, it's a you problem. I'm not breaking jaws out here. I'm breaking draws, but I'm not breaking jaws. Sorry.
I like the line, fellas. Is that's a good spot to end it?
I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
it looks like Rudy said "fuck y'all," so I guess so.
I thought he was giving us the
Oh, right
Christmas
here.
colors here. Oh,
I'm just fucking
My
around.
bad.
I mean, well,
It's the
I was
it's
just
the
thinking- I was
unseen.
just-
It's the
I was
most
just thinking-
dangerous and scary.
No, I was just thinking about like part 4 or whatever it's saying. It's talking about Freddy and shit.
okay.
Well,
No,
two
yeah.
of these faces on the screen will be fighting for a Super Bowl championship next week. Good luck
That's
to
right.
everyone.
Good luck, you guys.
Good luck, boys. Hey, Scum.
Good
Good
luck,
luck next
gentlemen.
week. You got a match up too, man. Good luck to everybody.
Hey, a victory will be so sweet. And on that note, we'll end it this week. Thanks, fellas, for joining us as we wrapped up round 1. On to round 2. Catch you next week.
Peace.
Peace, fellas.